So, it's been a very busy week. Very busy week. I worked pretty much all week except Friday and then this weekend. Uh, well, I actually might have worked Friday. I cannot remember. It's been so busy. But the thing is, I can't remember most of what I've done this week. I think I've done some relevant things. I gotta go get my journal. I'll be right back. Because I know I could start going backwards is sometimes how I have to remember all the stuff that I've done, but I don't want to do that. I kind of would like to go in order. I remembered. I'm so happy. Okay. Hold on. We're getting there. I'm just trying to figure out like what like I want to start on like Monday. So the 14th was Friday. Hi. Hi. So the 14th, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. So the 9th. Let's go back to the 9th. When was the 9th? What are you scratch on that for? You have a scratch pad. Go scratch the scratch pad. Go scratch the scratch pad. Don't scratch up my walls. When was... Oh my gosh. God damn. God damn. Okay. I've made it to the 9th. What are you doing? This week I reconnected with the old friend from like when I was in middle school, and I have not talked to her in a long time, and it was really nice because I saw her where she was at work, and I was like, is that who I think it is? And then I saw her again. I was like, holy shit, it is. And then like went about our own separate ways. Excuse me. But then last night I went to an event and I went to a party and she was there. And that was really nice because I went there with the intention of meeting new people, which I did, but it took me it took me through half the night to start doing that because I met her first thing and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna lurk around you for a minute and get acclimated." That's what I did. It was really good, but we'll get there. Um, Worked pretty much. I'm plotting on what I want to do like creatively, like if I want to write more, because like if I want to write like a book or some short stories or some shit like that, because I like writing. I do like writing. It's just not something that I end up focusing a lot of my time on because I don't know, I don't feel super creative in the sense of like creating a story. I feel like I tell stories better, but even then I don't. I'm like, what the fuck? I just, I don't know, I just kind of exist. Mm, watch some movies. Went to therapy. Went to work. I did some writing. I did do some writing this week. I rewrote my old political piece, but okay, I didn't technically rewrite it, but I removed some, reworded some, sort of caught it up to date, and added some more ideas that I wanted to articulate that I feel were really important to the integrity of the piece. I don't know if that's the word I'm trying to use there, but I can't think of anything else, so that's gonna go there. Um, yeah, worked. What else? Uh, Slept low key really bad for a night. I remember that. Oh, I spent like 3 hours doing research on cat litter because I wanted to know, because some shit's really bad for them and some shit's really bad for us, and I was trying to figure out what natural litters are better and things like that, because there's pros and cons to all of it. So I did that one night, and then Wednesday I took my grandma shopping, took her to get coffee, and then I went shopping and I got cat litter, and I just I had a day out on the town, and that was fun. And I didn't. Oh, I went and got ice cream from Culver's. I haven't gone to Culver's in like a year or so, maybe. I don't go there very often. Um, and I also finally got some new chapstick, and I'm so mad because I just left it at my sister's house today. I left it at my sister's fucking today. Luckily, I got two. Even though it's not, the one that I have is technically not a chapstick. It's like a lip shine or whatever, but it's got like oils in it and shit, so it's supposed to be good. And I don't hate it. I don't hate the texture of it. Sometimes the smell is a little irritating, but it's not too awful. I don't hate it too much. So I'm just gonna have to go over to my sister's again soon and find it, because it wasn't in my purse, wasn't in my pants, it was not in the car that we took. I'm tired, if you can't tell. I gotta get some sleep tonight, because I got home at like 12:30 last night, and I didn't get into bed until 2:30. And then I woke up. I wake up at like around 5 and 6 every morning to feed the cat, and then I go back to bed. But yeah, went shopping with my gram. Then I went shopping by myself. The cats wanted to fight. My cat Bob, my male cat, he's the oldest cat we have. He's probably like between 7 and 9. And he came in here and intimidated Miss Priss and backed her into the shower in there and like swiped at her and was about to like fucking fight her. And I kicked him out. Like, I scruffed him and just pushed him out. I pushed him out of here because I was like, no, that's not gonna happen. Not on my watch. Thank you, though. So, oh, yes, I remember now. It's March. It's finally spring. The sexy cars are out. I saw my dream car. I saw a Nissan Skyline, and it made me so happy. And I also saw a couple of Lancers, or not Lancers in particular, but Mitsubishi cars, and it was either a Lancer or a Spider. I'm not super good at being able to tell them apart yet. I also saw a Nissan Nismo. I heard it more than I saw it, and then I saw it, and I was like, hold on. hold on. And then I saw a bunch of other sexy cars. I saw people riding their bikes. It was really good. It made me so happy because, like, I love cars. I love cars. I love cars so much. Like, I want to get into cars so bad, and for a minute there I did get into cars big time. But I'm just intimidated because I'm like, I don't know where to start. Like, I get the basics, and when I had a car, I read the manual front to back, and, like, I was actively researching how the components of a car work, so, and how, like, different build styles work and shit like that. So, yeah, I like cars. I like the cars that go vroom. Yeah. What else? But yeah, that made me so happy because I think that was either the first or the second time I've ever seen a skyline in real life. And it made me so happy. If anything, I think it was probably an R33 because I don't think the R32s are road legal. Maybe they are, but I'm not sure. I've done a bit of rearranging. Still in the process of doing some rearranging. I'm waiting on some furniture to come in, and I'm very excited. It's gonna be fucking sick. I'm so happy. I'm getting a bed. I'm getting a bed. I've been sleeping on my futon because my old bed went to shit because I just left it on the floor, and turns out it was really humid, and humidity seeped up from the floor, and my mattress got moldy, being just a memory foam mattress. So I had to pitch that, and I got a bed frame coming in, and I'm debating on if I want to put my bed here, facing this way, because my TV is, like, right there. And I would be closer to it. It's small, so I would be able to see it better. Or I could put it on the back wall, but I'm just debating because I could put the couch on the back wall, or I could put it right here again and have it be like this. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep mulling it over, and if I don't like, I'll probably rearrange it. I'll probably arrange everything, look at it, and if I don't like it, I'll just totally rearrange it again. It's just gonna be a cycle of me arranging and rearranging things, which is fine. I'm okay with that, honestly. And then the day after that, oh yeah, I need a rug. It's hardwood floors, and I do not have a rug. So that's on my to get list. I also have to get a rug. Because I got a little tiny rug that's literally about, like, that big for right in front of my door, but other than that, that's all I got. Also, I want to rewatch Romeo and Juliet. I have not seen that shit in forever, and for some reason, I've been thinking about the lawnmower scene where they race the lawnmowers, and it's just, I think that money, I think that movie's really funny, but I haven't seen it in a long time, so I wouldn't particularly know how funny it is. That could have been just my humor then, but I think it's a good movie. Ugh. Oh, the day after that was good. I went to work, and then I had, like, somebody said something, and it made me actually so mad. Like, madder than I've been in a minute. And, like, I had just this look on my face. My energy changed completely. Like, one of my coworkers, she asked me if I was alright, and I was just fine. Like, my tone in my voice changed because I I got mad, and then I couldn't stop thinking about how mad it made me. So it just perpetuated the anger. But I, after a while, I came to terms with the fact that if people want to think certain things, I cannot do anything to particularly change their mind. I can present them with things that either they already know and are willingly choosing to ignore, or maybe give them something new that they could think on. But even then, that does not guarantee that they are going to change their mind, so I just fucking left it alone. That's where I'm trying to stop giving a fuck about what people think, and that sort of opened my eyes even more, because I was already trying not to care about what other people think, but the thing is, I was only seeing it from the lens of what other people think specifically about me, not what other people think about things in general. And then it wasn't anything directed at me, it was just something directed at something else. It was an opinion, and a thought that I personally perceive as inherently incorrect. But that person believes it as their whole entire truth. And so I was just like, raised my hands, backed away, and I just kept putting rocks in the fucking bucket. And at some point, I just left because it was also at the time of the day that I was getting really hangry. So I ate one of the horse's apples because I was really fucking hungry. I could feel my fucking stomach acid trying to come up my fucking throat, so I was like, I have to go eat. And that helped with me being angry, or helped with lessening my anger. And then we washed the horse. So we watched Allie a little bit after that, probably about 30 minutes to an hour after that. And that was decent. That was a decent experience. It was good. It was fine. It was good. It was a little tricky figuring it out, specifically because we were using a miniature portable water heater, and it was very touchy. So I literally like pretty much had to spray the hose off the back of my hand to make sure it like wasn't going to either freeze the fucking horse or scald her. So yeah. What else? And then Friday, yeah, no, Friday I did not go to work. I went to work Monday through Thursday this week, but Friday I didn't go. Um, Partially because mom didn't go over to our neighbors, but she went to go work for this other lady. Um, and so she was gone all day. She had the car, and my dad was home. He didn't work, and so we went riding on the side by side, and we were adventuring and trail riding for like 4 to 5 hours, and we found this campground near a place that a lot of people ride side by sides and razors at and shit like that, and apparently break their shit a lot. And hearing this guy talk about it was really funny because he was like, we fuck shit up so frequently, we just learned to bring another one. We learned to bring a fucking backup razor because we know we're gonna break shit. And I was like, nice. And then, like, just fucking, they fixed up, like, this dumpster, and they, like, sawed open the back and made it, like, hinged doors. So they put the side-by-side up in, like, a flatbed uh, truck, like, tow truck, sorta, and they put the fucking razor in the dumpster, and then they loaded the dumpster up on the truck. And they delivered a fucking razor in a dumpster. That was the funniest shit I had seen all that day. So is that. Oh my gosh. We had to cut down a couple of trees. And I saw a bunch of fucking oil rigs. Like, the small ones. But I've never been that close to an oil rig before. And that was cool. They weren't in working condition. I saw the crude oil barrels that they stored them at. But they were not in any working condition anymore. I think they were all dry and shit like that. But it was still really cool and interesting, and I'm really curious on when the last time they were working. Like, I want to know more information about that. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean that there's just been oil rigs sitting here for, like, probably the last 2 decades? What the fuck? What the fuck? That's all I get? No information? It's just, it intrigues me. It piques my interest. Anything else Friday? No. Saturday morning, okay, sometimes my front door opens. That's all I have to say. I guess sometimes I don't shut it all the way, and this cabin is, I think it's kind of old, but I know that some of the floorboards are kind of shifty and squeaky, and maybe it, I don't know, shifts the door. If it's not shut all the way, we'll shift it open. I don't know, but I woke up Saturday morning before fucking dawn. My door was open, my cat was gone, and it was a rough start. It was a rough wake-up call. And that's the thing, because, so, I'm like, I do believe that I am an empath and can feel energetic frequencies, whether they are physically present or, present more in the spiritual world. I have gone to multiple haunted places, even places that are considered to be haunted, possibly, but not 100% confirmed. And I was like, shit feels. I'm not saying that it feels bad or that it feels good. It feels, though. That's real. I've always been a believer in ghosts and things like that. Things of, I'm not a skeptic or anything. And I know that I have family that hangs around, whether that's, like, tangibly, spiritually. I know, my grandma has fucked with my dad's alarm clock. She did that a couple years ago, though, but I know she hangs around quite often, and I know other family members come and go. But I consider sometimes that somebody's opening my fucking door. It's not bad. Like, it's not negative. There's no malice to the energy. And it's just sometimes my fucking door opens. Like, that's literally it. It's just my door opens. And I said, not this last time, but the time before, I was like, okay, it's fine. Just don't do it when I'm asleep or away. Next thing I know, I'm waking up and my fucking door's open. I said this shit is not cool. I had to call my cat back inside because it was about to start pouring fucking raining, start storming. Luckily, she came in. I had no idea where she was. She was off that way somewhere. I don't think she went too far. That was only, like, her second time outside, I guess. But that wasn't pretty fucking cool. I woke up and I was just like, Who and why did you open my door? Why? Why was the door open? My cat didn't open the fucking door. That's for damn sure. So, yeah. I didn't open my fucking door. That's for damn sure. I was asleep. I don't sleepwalk. I don't think I've ever sleptwalked in my entire life. Nobody's ever informed me of sleepwalking. Sir, I've talked in my sleep and shit like that, like majority of people do, but I don't think I've ever sleptwalked. So, yeah. That happened, and that was fucking crazy. It was fucking crazy. Like, I saw that shit, and I'm sometimes I'm even like hesitant to believe it, but I'm like, what the fuck else? Shifty fucking house, sure, but like I wasn't over there, and I don't think my cat weighs enough to make the fucking door open. Yeah. Oh yeah. That day I also went to a swap meet with my parents. And then that's when I went to after not exactly then, but that was the same day that I went to like an emo goth prom that was hosted at a axe throwing place by my favorite tattoo shop ever, who's given me all of my tattoos and one of my piercings that I no longer have, and I'm actually that made me really sad. So I went elsewhere because they were having a sale, and I got the other side of my nose redone because my shop did this side. But my sister, who has had both sides of her nostrils done multiple times, she was like, if you get your nostril re-pierced, it hurts a fuck ton more than it did originally. And so I was like, I don't want to do that. Let's just do the other side. Because I originally went and got this nostril pierced with my eldest sister and my mom, and they both did this side, and I did this side. And so I was just like, fuck it, I'll get the same side as you guys at this point, because now it's like a year or two later, and my shit closed. Yeah. But the prom was fun. I went there, so I went there with the intention. I've been thinking about it for like ever since I knew about it. I was thinking I might go, but I wasn't sure if I was actually gonna go. I wasn't sure if I was ever gonna be able to go. Like I didn't know if we were gonna have plans or anything like that. But then the day rolled around, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. I told my mom about it. She was like, is there anybody you could go with? And I was like, no, there's not anybody that I particularly want to go with either. See, the thing is, I've never gone to any of my high school proms because I was like, I don't, like, politely, I don't fucking like you people. Blink, blink. I don't like the music that you play. Like, I just don't like you guys. We do not have similar priorities, nor do we have similar interests. So, I'm just not gonna go. And if I did go anyway, I would still be going by myself. And there's nothing wrong with going by yourself. It's just people would ask me why, and I just don't care to indulge them on why. Because why do I need somebody to go with? I don't. That's the thing. I don't. So, I got ready. I was like an hour later than I arrived an hour later than I planned on. And then I had left my cash at home. And thankfully they take Apple Pay. I was so sad. I was like freaking the fuck out for a minute. Because I was like, I did not come all this fucking way not to be able to get in. I was so mad. Spent 3 hours getting ready for this. But yeah, and so I went with because there was I have probably a couple people that I could have asked, but the thing is I didn't want to ask them because I wanted to do something for myself by myself. And I did, and I was really happy that I did. Because when I actually got there, there was the old friend of mine, and I got to become reacquainted with her. We talked for probably about an hour or so. We got a bite to eat. Um, I got my face painted. It was sick as fuck. I loved it so much. I took so many videos and photos afterwards. None there though, because I didn't want to be on my phone all night. I wanted to actually be in the moment, experiencing it. So, got there, listened to music. There was quite a few people, but there wasn't many people like dancing or anything like that. There was like hardly anyone on the dance floor. Like max, like maybe 4 people at one time. One person majority of the time. Sometimes there wasn't anybody out there. But you know what? That's fine. It's okay. Uh but yeah, chatted, got reacquainted, and I was like the whole time I was thinking to myself, I was like, I want to introduce myself to people. I want to meet new people. It's just I have to actively go meet new people. I don't particularly want to do that because, like, meeting new people is kind of scary, and so I was just avoiding it because I was scared. But that's one of those things that I was talking to. I got this ladybug tattoo, and the artist that did it was there, and I told her, I was just talking to her for a minute, and I was like, I'm here to meet new people. And I just have to do it scared. I just have to do it scared. That's it. That's all there is to it. I just have to do it scared. And about 2 hours in, 2.5 maybe, I chatted up with my friend, um, ate some. I also rented an axe throwing lane and threw axes for 15 minutes. I hit one bullseye and one like really close, but they weren't like perfectly dead on. I wasn't counting them unless they were perfectly dead on. And I got one like within the last like 5 minutes, and that made me really happy. And it felt really good to do that, not because it felt really good in like a I'm so mad, I gotta get out my rage way, but it felt really good to channel my energy into a sport again, because the thought process of me throwing axes is the exact thought process I had whenever I played volleyball or whenever I played softball or did archery. It was the same when I actually took my fucking sport seriously. Like, anytime I did a throw, I would, analyze my body mechanics, force applied, like, uh, release location, everything like that. And it was pretty much like it wasn't my first time throwing axes either. I did it once with my sisters, and then I used to do it at my house for fun. I broke a hatchet actually, and I didn't really get in trouble, but my mom was kind of just like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. My bad. I didn't plan on breaking it. Okay, that was not the intention there. I didn't think it was going to break, admittedly, but yeah." It felt good because it was very, very similar to how I thought every single time. It was the repetitive nature of being in attack lines for volleyball. Like, you approach, you do your attack, and then you just get back in line, and then you just same thing over and over again. But it's obviously not the same thing, because every single time you're getting a different result because you are using slightly different body mechanics. And it comes so naturally to me, and it felt so nice because I haven't done sports in like 2 years at this point, so I haven't done anything like that in a long time. And so, like, I would miss, but the thing is, I ended up overthinking it so hard, so fucking hard. I was like squaring myself straight to the board and shit like that. I was just overthinking, and then I just started stressing out. I started to get mad about it, and then I just started messing up even worse. And so I was literally like, I relaxed, and I was like, don't try hard, just let loose. And that's when I hit the bullseye, right towards the end. And it made me so happy because I was like, I just had to stop tryharding. I had to stop fucking tryharding and everything was alright. So, that was nice. After I threw axes, I... That's when I went and introduced myself to new people. Oh my gosh, I learned I'm very bad at guessing people's ages. Like, I met these beautiful women, and I thought they were like 23, 25. They were 30. And I was like, I was actually stunned. Like, knocked the fucking breath out of me. Because I did not foresee that at all. And then for the rest of the night, like, I was still off. I was still off by a whole lot. Like, quite a lot. And, yeah. I may have been the youngest person there. Or, like, one of the youngest people there. But I'm not mad about that. I mean, my age gap with my siblings being, like, 5 and 7 years, it's nothing new to me. Hanging out around older people. So, yeah. It was fine. I got better acquainted with some of the shop employees, and I gotta go in there more. I gotta go in there more often. I gotta go hang out more often too. I talked to the shop owner as well, and she was like, "Yeah, you do. You do have to come in more often, actually." And so I've made a promise to do that because their shop is like a second home to me, and I've only been there a handful of times, to a degree, like 7 at max, I would say. I've been there like 7 times at max, but still, it feels like home. What else? What else? So yeah, introduced new people, hung out with new people. I danced with this one drunken lady. She was having a fucking blast out there on the dance floor. She had her drink. She was dancing. And then I was talking to somebody, and she sort of came over to us, and she was trying to get the girl I was talking to come out there and dance. She was dancing, and like she was like, the girl was like, no, I'm not dancing right now, because she had been dancing pretty much all night. And so I just went out there and I danced with her, and we were ballroom dancing, but neither of us knew what fucking dance we were doing. And I bet it looked like a hot fucking mess, because personally it felt like a hot fucking mess, but it was a blast. And I don't even know that woman's name, and I don't even know if she remembered that at this point, but I don't care. It was fun. It reminded me, I have an experience of just having one-off interactions with drunken strangers, because that reminds me of like 2 or 3 years ago at the county fair. I went with a friend at the time, and we were in line for one of the big rides, and there are two seats a person, no exceptions. And the line is long as fuck. And this guy, clearly fucking intoxicated, he wants to get on the ride. He's been waiting so long, and he's like 7 people, give or take, ahead of us. And he's the only one, though. He was like in a trio, or like a group of 5 people. And so the attendee is yelling down the line. He's like, any single riders? Anybody want to come ride with this guy? And I'm just standing there looking around, and nobody does anything. He's yelling. He's like, please, I want to ride. So I just gave my friend my stuff. I was like, I'll go, fuck it. And then I went up there because I was like, I want to ride twice. I love this shit. Let's go again. I'll take the free seat. So yeah, he was fun. I don't remember hardly any of the interaction, except he was really drunk, and it was really funny because he was really funny anyways. I think he's probably a funny person when he's not intoxicated, but being clearly drunk at the fair he was having a blast, so that made me happy. I think we saw him again before we left, but that was it. I'm probably never gonna see that man again, but you know what? That's okay. I'm probably never gonna see that woman I danced with last night ever again, but you know what? Again, that's okay. She spun me, and like she spilled her drink like everywhere on the floor. It was rather unfortunate. It almost spilt on me. Everyone thought it did spill on me, but it didn't. I got like maybe one drop in my hair, but that's not the most covered in alcohol I've ever been, so I took it as a win because it could have all been spilt on me and then I could have just been fucking sticky and gross. I was not down for that, but that didn't happen, luckily. And then after that, did a little bit more mingling. We did like votes for prom king and queen. And then I played pool with the prom queen. Because I like to play pool, but I don't play pool very often. The last time I played pool was literally like maybe over a year ago. And I've played like maybe between 10 and 15 times, and that's being generous. Because I vividly remember I played like in 2016 when I went to Disney World. And I played in one of the lounges. And then, like, a year or so ago, and I played a couple games when we were at the bowling alley. And we rented a pool table for a bit because my parents were on a pool. Like, they were really, really big into pool for a couple years. And they played pool, like, almost every weekend. They would go do pool tournaments at our local American Legion. And they haven't done that in quite a long time, but they were, at the time, they were doing it a lot, so my parents were like, let's fucking play pool, and I think my sisters were with us, so they were playing pool too, but, like, there was an odd number, so not everyone was playing pool at the same time, but I played a couple rounds with my dad when other people left and stuff like that, and then maybe it was like me and one of my sisters or my mom or something like that, or maybe we did like a 2v2, but, so I haven't played in a long time, but I played a bit, but, oh my gosh, I was accused of being a fucking pool shark hustler, and I was like, no, I don't know what I can do. I won. And I apologize. Because, I mean, I was happy to win, but we were both inexperienced. She might be, like, a little bit more unexperienced than me, maybe, but I was severely rusty, and I was whiffing the ball so much. It was so fucking funny. Like, every single time I whiffed, I just could not help but actually laugh. Because it was comical. It was so fucking comical. Because the anticlimacticness of it was just so funny. So, that was that. The pool game, I could not fucking hit the shit to save my life for a minute. But, right in the middle of the game, I was just fucking killing it. I got like, not 3 in one go, but I hit 3 back-to-back, and then I hit, like, another 2 back-to-back, and then that's when I got accused of being a fucking loan shark, and she was like, if we were betting right now, I would think you're trying to fucking hustle me, and I was like, I'm not, okay? I'm not. I was just given a refresher by the man who lent me some change so I could, reserve the next game on how to play pool. I swear, the last time I played pool, it was literally iMessage pool. I swear. So yeah, because I used to go crazy when it came to, like, Facebook 8-ball and iMessage pool. You could catch me angling my phone so I could line up the shot. Yeah. I was committed, big time. I think I would have to look, hold on. I have to look to see how many wins I have right now. Okay, my phone was not as far as I expected it to be. Let's see how many wins I have in 8-ball. Not even that many. 61. I know there's people that have like hundreds of crowns, and I'm just like, goddamn! How long, like, how much of your day do you spend playing 8-ball? But, anyways. Yeah. And then I chatted a bit more, and then I went home. And it was really good. I had a really good time. And I'm really excited to go to another one of their events because they're all really lovely people. And I was really happy I decided I did want to go. So that was last night. And today I went over to my sister's house. And I saw my niece. And it was really good. And I watched Moana 2. I cried because I fucking love Moana. I love Moana so much. Like, you could probably catch me crying during Moana. That's all I gotta say. I fucking love Moana. Yeah. Oh my gosh, my niece is getting so big. Shout out babies when they grow and their brains are so rapidly absorbing information. It's so cool. It's so crazy. I hope my sister keeps teaching her ASL. Though I don't know how much, like, how far she's gonna progress her own learning. I don't know how far they're gonna go with that. I know that I want... There's been so many times throughout my life that I started to pick up learning ASL. Like, at least 3. So many times. At least 3. But just, I have such a hard time making a routine of it. I just have such a hard time making a routine of it because I don't know how to, like, block section the time and, like, the courses, like, for a way that is good for my brain. If that makes sense. If it doesn't, I'm sorry, because I'm not going to elaborate any further. But yeah, I'll pick it up at some point because even though I don't personally know anybody that's deaf or hard of hearing and uses ASL, it's still a very useful language to know because it would have been very fucking useful last night because the music was so fucking loud nobody could hear each other. It was crazy. It wasn't that crazy. It was a fucking party. It was really good. It was really good. I had a really good time. I met a lot of new people. Made a lot of new acquaintances. I was very satisfied with that. Yeah. I was really happy to see my niece and my sister and my brother. Pretty much my brother, even though they're not married yet. They're married in everybody's eyes. Yeah. I've been oh yeah. I put this baseboard has never, the entire time I've lived here over the last 2 years, this baseboard in particular has never been attached to this wall. It has been fixated by tape for a couple months, but that did not last. Simply because this board is warped and twisted as fuck. And not like in a good, it's not twisted in a good way. But I grabbed a couple nails and a couple screws, and it took me a long time because I was severely underprepared when I tackled this task here. But it got done, and I'm very happy with that because now I don't have to worry about it anymore because it was just a pain in the ass. If you wanted to clean behind it, you actually had to like move it out of the way, and like it's just, It was a fucking pain in the ass, alright? Yeah, but I've been cleaning. I've been trying to fix shit up so I can rearrange shit and have it, like, look decent for when I get my bed and I'm actually able to put my bed in here and I'll be able to have a couch and a bed. So, yeah. I don't know if I want my couch to go here or my bed to go here. That's what I'm turning on because, like, that area I'm just using, like, my litter box and, like, some storage. So I don't particularly need people looking in there. So if I just leave my couch in there and just have people sort of fucking stay in there, then that's all good and dandy. But I really like the sunlight that is a room full of windows. A room full of windows. That was the interception. Hi. The interception went crazy, but it's a room full of windows and it's really gorgeous. Hi. Meow. Come here. So I'm like I don't know if I want to put my bed here or my couch here. That's the real question. Bed or couch? Because I don't particularly want to sit in my bed all day. I would like to be able to use my couch. But the question is, do I want to see my TV better throughout the day or specifically when I'm in bed? So I got thoughts to turn over. All right, hi. And I'll be churning on them. I'll be sleeping on them until my bed frame gets here. And even when it does get here, I'll probably just fucking, yeah, like I said earlier, just gonna move shit around. Anyways, that's it. That's my, oh, wait. There was shit I want to talk about, I think. Besides my week, which has taken me an hour to talk about. Busy week. I don't, I wanted to talk about it, and I'm probably going to remember it as soon as I end this fucking video, but it's not going to be in the video then, because I don't edit. I literally was trying to get, like, decent editing software before this, but I'm just, like, I don't want to purchase editing software right now. Especially not on this laptop. So, yeah. No editing for now, still. So, yeah. I'll probably be back next week. No, because I really think there's something that I want to fucking talk about. What have I been learning? Do it scared. Fear doesn't necessarily always mean danger. Sometimes it's a perceived sense of danger that isn't actually there. Because it wasn't there. I literally had nothing to be fucking scared of. What else? Oh yeah, also the concept of sometimes you gotta lose yourself before you can, like, find yourself or find your way or whatever. Came from Moana 2, that was real as fuck. Because it's, like, true, because we're not gonna know exactly where to go whenever we want to, like, go somewhere or accomplish something. Like, sure, if we're talking literally, we can follow turn-by-turn directions on how to get to a location, but sometimes you get a little bit lost, and you gotta make a U-turn, or you made a wrong turn, or you ended up at the back of the building somehow. But either way, it's just, don't be scared to be bold. Don't be scared to. I mean, be shit. Be scared. That's fine. Be scared, but don't let being scared stop you. That's the thing. Shout out Dune. Shout out the Dune movies. Fear is the mind killer. I think about that a lot. She said it really funny. That was just the way they spoke though. I think the Dune 2 movie's really good. Everyone talked about that, I think, with Zendaya in it. She was in the first one, but I didn't think she'd get as much screen time as the second one. But, yeah. Don't let fear stop you from doing what you want to do. Because you can convince yourself you don't want to do something because you're scared. And I catch myself doing that quite frequently. I was literally actually almost doing I was about to do that last night because I was literally standing there and I was thinking, I was like, I don't have to. Sure, you don't have to, but it's what you said you were going to do when you came here. It was your intended goal, and you knew that you were going to be scared the entire time. There's nothing stopping you besides yourself, fear itself. And so I was literally just like, okay, I'm fucking scared. Hi. And we talked. I introduced herself. Like, introducing yourself to somebody is as easy as just giving a compliment. I literally just went up to her and I was like, hey, I love your tattoo and your outfit and, like, your entire energy. I love it. I love it. You're awesome. And the conversation went from there. She was much better at it, but I don't think it was too shabby for my first time sort of doing something like that by myself. I'm proud of myself for that, because a huge part of me did not want to do it at all. I totally just wanted to sit there and hang out with the one person that I knew and just leave it at that. But I was like, that's not what I came here for. I came here without anybody that I knew on purpose, so I didn't attach myself to anybody that I knew to hinder myself from meeting new people. I mean, it wasn't going to be like some networking event, wine tasting, where you just have these little stations and walk around the room, and there's just little groups of people, and you're just talking about things, introducing yourself to people. It wasn't going to be like that, of course, but it was a party, so I introduced myself to a few people that I had never met before. Or if I did meet them, but was barely acquainted with them, I made myself even better acquainted. It was nice. I had a good time. I've been slowly but surely pushing myself out of my comfort zone. Because that's one of the only ways that you can, like, bring yourself to change. Because you don't have to change. You can adapt to change if presented the opportunity. Sometimes, I mean, you could be forced into change through like dire situations. Like, I'm talking like life or death situations, I guess, if you're getting into the nitty gritty. But just in general, it's not something that you have to do necessarily, but it's something that you do have to do if you want to evolve and become, like, just, I don't know, more enlightened. Shout out to Path of Ascension. I think our whole purpose here is literally to just grow and change. That's me personally. So, yeah. Well, I'm gonna call it. I've been yapping for about an hour. I'm also... no. I'm not going to talk about that yet, because if I do that, then I'm just going to fucking do it. No precursor, no nothing. I'm just going to do it. But that's the thing. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. And I don't know if it's I'm not doing it out of fear or if I'm not doing it because, yeah, it's all fear at the end of the day. Thinking you're not ready is fear. Hate to break it to you. That's fear. Sometimes we're never going to feel ready. We just have to do it. There's never going to be a perfect moment. It's just got to rip off the Band-Aid. See you next week.